Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going today? Coach Alvarez here. Another episode, Coffee with Coach. Hope everyone's doing well. Getting up, making some things happen here, and got the mind in the right place. And as always, if your mind isn't in the right place, the purpose of these videos is to help do so. Put you on the right side with positivity and some good action here to make some things happen. Alrighty. Mr. Cody, Mr. Laro, good morning, good morning. Whoever else is joining, good morning. All right, so like I said, I'm almost done with this Jocko book as far as the stuff to share. Then I'm going to go into another book here soon. But got a couple more little things to read, and then we'll just keep it moving. But because a lot of this stuff at the end of the book is like workouts and, eating habits and things of that nature. But the beginning of the book, the manual itself, is this a lot of great tips. So let's get into it. Just 1 second here. All right, so today is default aggressive, right? So proactive and aggressive are similar, and they are both good. You certainly have to be proactive in the world. You want to be dictating what happens, not responding to it. That's beast right there, right? You want to be dictating what happens, not responding to it. And yes, that means creating or controlling a situation as much as you can. Like, for instance, what's going on right now, right? But being aggressive, that means you are ready to attack. As I always point out, this doesn't mean you walk around with your chest puffed out, ready to bang heads with everyone around you. It doesn't mean you confront people physically or mentally head on and without a tactically superior plan. It doesn't mean you go straight forward into conflict without thought and without reason. It doesn't mean you engage in attrition warfare. No, that is almost never smart. What it does mean is that you are going to get after it. You're going to move fast. You're going to think fast. You're going to outmaneuver the enemy. And if the enemy is going to attack me, I'm going to attack them first. And if they are going to seize a piece of terrain, I'm going to be there waiting for them. If I think the enemy is going to flank me too late, I'm already flanking them. I don't view aggression as an outward attitude. I view aggression as an internal character trait. A fire in your mind that says, I'm going to win, I'm going to battle, and I'm going to fight, and I'm going to use every tool I have to crush my enemy. And that tool might be fist. It might be a guile. It might be frontal attack. It might be a flanking maneuver. It might be an undeniable display of force, but it also might be a subtle political maneuver. And that is what aggression is to me. The unstoppable fighting spirit, the drive, the burning desire to achieve mission success using every possible tool, asset, and strategy and tactic to bring out victory. It is this will to win, and if this kind of internal relentless aggression is your default mode, you will win, right? So really, really good stuff. I'll just go back to the very beginning where he's talking about, you want to be proactive in the world. You want to be dictating what happens and not responding to it. So there's a lot of things that are within our control. We should be making moves, and there's a lot of things where it's not in our control, like what's happening now. But in the situation that's happening now, like with me, with the business, along with everyone else, it's a situation that's out of our control. But certain things that we do that I've already talked about, that's within our day, that we have control over, and how we're going to respond to it is really, really important. Again, you can just look around you and see either yourself, if you're very self-aware, or friends or family members, see their reactions to what's happening. What is their, what moves are they making, or no moves at all, and then kind of judge their character on what's happening. This is a great way to just find out who people really are because of, the situation that we're in. So, and what I really like that he talks about, that I'm big on, is he's pointing out that this doesn't mean you walk around with your chest puffed out every day, ready to bang heads with everyone around you, and it doesn't mean you confront people physically or mentally without a superior tactical plan. I think jiu-jitsu has a lot to do with that. for me. You know, I think it changes people. I wouldn't say I was some troubled kid with a lot of anger issues or something like that. Maybe a little bit, but nothing that was just kind of like uncontrollable. And I think, you know, a lot of people might have that. In jiu-jitsu over the years has definitely controlled that and put that in the right place to where I want to think more before I do things, right? You just kind of walk around, like you said, with your chest puffed out. You're just kind of looking for things, looking for something to pop off, to get into. And with being a part of jiu-jitsu for over 20 plus years, I think it's really kind of controlled a lot of that for me to where I try to think about things before I do them. You know, even when, like he's talking about the enemy attacks, whatever the case may be, I can just use many, I don't know, let's use a Facebook post someone said about me, a rumor that someone said about me. And I would have students in the past be like, hey, coach, did you know, they bring me the phone and they would say, hey, did you see what so-and-so said about you or whatever? And I'd be like, yeah, you know, I'm very aware of that. Well, some stuff because it's blocked or whatever. Some people share things with me, and I would have to wait until they share with me because I didn't see it because certain things are blocked. But once I see it or once I read it, of course, you know, there's emotion there, there's feelings there. But this default aggressiveness kind of takes over where I'm not ready to just jump up and go out and do something silly. Because there's a lot at stake, right? There's a lot at stake. The family's at stake, the business at stake, be a business owner, reputation's at stake. So I got to think things through, be cool. And the answer normally is, yeah, like, and there's nothing that I'm really going to do about it, far as writing, grabbing my phone or grabbing my keyboard that's right here and typing a bunch of stuff up and going back and forth and battle with someone on the internet. But what I am going to do and what I've always done in the past is it just fires me up to just be like even more successful than what I already am. And I know that burns people, that when they say things about me, they're hating on me for whatever reason, that I'm not going into what they want me to go into. You know, it's they want a certain fight to come out of me, and that's not coming out of me. But what is coming out of me is more money put into my ad spend, more energy into my students, more energy into my business, more energy into how am I going to make my academy better. So basically what I'm saying is I just beat them with success, with that kind of mindset, to where it just really ticks them off because they want me to react a certain way, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to react in another direction to where I'm going to win on another side, another battle, because that's just the way I look at it. If I'm spending all my attention and wasting all my energy thinking about what someone else is doing, then I'm taking energy away from myself, my business, my family, my goals, workouts, everything else, because I'm spending time on a keyboard or my phone, writing things up and going back and forth and all that kind of stuff. It's nonsense. What I am going to do is outsmart them, outflank them, outmaneuver them, and just beat them with a different kind of strategy to where, you know, I'm going to be the last man standing. That's the goal. Whatever happens at the end of the day, I want to be the last man standing. So there's a lot of things, like people hate on you, people say things about you, they talk about you behind your back, they do certain things. Can't control that. It happens. It's going to happen no matter what you do, how good you are to people, no matter how much you've helped people and bent over backwards for them, people will do things to you, and you have no control over that. They will be loyal to you for as long as they need you. And after they get what they want from you, then they no longer need you. Okay? I'm used to that. That is not going to stop me from helping the next student, the next man, or the next woman, whoever needs my help. I am going to continue doing that. But will I might get burned again? Yeah, absolutely. I understand that. That's just the nature of what we are. That's just human beings are. Not all of them, but a good portion of them, a good majority of them. So I don't walk around with my chest out. What I do walk around with is an attitude that I'm going to beat you on the back end silently when you're focused so much on me and taking my business down or whatever it is that you're trying to do to hurt me. I'm doing something else on another end that you can't see, that I will beat you on the other end. So have that attitude. Again, you want to be proactive, right? And you want to dictate what happens and how you respond to it, and then not the other way around. Again, he just says, he views aggression as an internal character trait. It's a fire in your mind that says, I'm going to win, I'm going to battle, I'm going to fight, I'm going to use every tool I have to crush my enemy. That's the mindset. So, it doesn't matter what it is. It's just, you got to make it happen. You got to get it done. So I really, really liked this one here today, especially, like I said, there's a lot of jiu-jitsu black belts out there, or just, jiu-jitsu athletes, they get a little fame and, or a lot of it, and they're on Facebook and they got their chest puffed out and they're talking all kind of trash. They're putting other people down, instead of using their followers, and all the power that they have, the following that they have, to build people up and make this place better. They're doing the complete opposite. They're getting people to go against each other, to fight against each other. They're getting, people to just bicker about nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad, because I feel like with some of the people that are out there, they can make a much, much bigger difference in our community, and they're not doing that. They're doing the complete opposite, and a lot of it, just being honest, it just makes us look really bad. Like, that's what jiu-jitsu people are about. It's a martial art. It should have a martial art mindset. I get that back in the day that the Gracies came here a long time ago and they stormed dojos, so to speak, like they called people out, they fought people, but we're not in that era. Like, that's not how it is. They did what they had to do. They put jiu-jitsu on the map, and I'm very, very grateful for that, because without them, I wouldn't have what I have or be where I am or who I am. But that doesn't mean I need to take that path. I don't know if you watched the movie, for those, not Hitman, like you hit someone, It Man, IP Man, right? So if you watch that movie, really, really good. You got to deal with the subtitles, but it's all good. But his demeanor through the whole movie is like, he's just cool, man. The guy's drinking his tea, eats food with his family. Dude comes to his house, challenges him. He whoops him up, fixes his clothes and straightens him out, opens the door, helps him out the front door, and, just has him go on his way. You know what I'm saying? And the dude that got beat up, that came into his house, challenged him, was like holding his throat. He got, punched every which way. And he walked out with his tail between his legs, and It Man goes back and he's, going to go enjoy time with his family. So that's the kind of leadership and the kind of mindset that I want to have. It's going to come, things are going to come your way, but you definitely want to, handle it a certain way where you still got some dignity, some class, to where, people can look at you and say some good things. People are going to say bad things about you anyways, regardless of what you do. But I'd rather them talk about me like that than the other way. All right. So default aggressive is what we're talking about today. Again, be proactive in the world, man. Don't just sit around and just let things happen to you. Things are going to happen. We can't control it. This stuff sucks. Okay. Like, it absolutely sucks. Like, I'm like every other coach out there that has a business. Losing students left and right. People feel it's not safe out there and they continue to quit. I have a lot of them that are sticking by the academy, which I really, really appreciate that. We're going to start running some modified classes next week. And then you got those that just, they left for whatever reason. Some a little different than others, but whatever it is that they left, I can't control that. What I can control is getting up every day, doing stuff like this, and then making my routine and getting ready for next Monday. And whoever does walk to my doors, give them the best that I can give them until we get back to the regular routine, normal routine. So, yeah, it sucks, guys. Things happen. People say things, life happens, and we just got to deal with it. And it's how we deal with it, and then how people look at you and how you deal with those things. So pay attention to that. Be mindful, be self-aware, and be default aggressive. All right, you guys have a great day. I got things to do. We'll see you.